Now at 6, Pittsburgh paints the town red to show off its gorilla pride. Plus, the Newton County Sheriff's Office shows off a brand new piece of crime-fighting equipment and a new building and new headquarters for the Alliance of Southwest Missouri.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Warming up for the first football game of the season happening tomorrow, Pittsburgh hosted Paint the Town Red. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Fernandez Silva has the story.
Just a couple of weeks ago, with the release of the movie Barbie, the trend was wearing pink. Now, everybody is wearing red, at least in Pittsburgh.
Since it's current with the film and everything, we thought it would be fun. And since our theme for Paint the Town Red was Lights, Camera, Gus, we thought it was a good partnership together.
G&B Bank, where Bryce Anderson's the vice president, is one of the more than 20 businesses that joined the contest. Half of the money raised with the participation fee will offer scholarships to 2 Pitt State students who graduated from local high schools. The real estate agency where Don Arender works also joined the celebration. While they displayed their pride all year long in their business decoration inside, John's Heritage Realtors put some colors out for Paint the Town Red.
Local community and Pittsburgh State are intimately intertwined. The success of the university and the success of the business community are tied together.
Pitt State's red runs in Don's family's blood. He, his dad, his wife, and one of his kids graduated from the university. 2 of his daughters are current students there. For Don, painting the city red means belonging.
I think they feel like they're home. They see that the university and the community are one and the same, and that they can go off campus and still feel as comfortable as if they were still on the Pitt State campus.
When our businesses are decorated and people are out and about during the week and they see all the pride of Gorilla Nation throughout, I can imagine it's exciting for our students and our players. It's energizing.
Not only local business, but also some organizations within campus rolled out the red carpet for some school spirit.
And we have some community judges who come to our campus and judge those, as well as some student organizations who participate. So not only is Paint the Town Red active in our downtown businesses and across our town, but also here on campus.
With an old tradition, Pittsburgh is ready for another opening night of the football season. In Pittsburgh, Fernandez Silva, KOAM News.
Still more action to go. You can vote for the community favorite on the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce website until noon tomorrow. And right now, until 8 o'clock this evening, a community block party is being held in downtown Pittsburgh. That's between 4th and 6th Streets. Pretty nice weather for that event, or do anything outside. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we've had a nice little stretch past 3 or 4 days of pretty good weather across the region after the extreme heat over the past couple weeks, and the evening hours look fantastic. It's 82 in Monette, Grand Lake 88, Neosho 85, 86. In Pittsburgh, still near 90 once you get into our western counties. But if you do want to get outside this evening, sliding back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into lower 60s a little bit later on tonight, but very comfortable across the area. Few little cumulus clouds kind of sneaking through. Besides that, most of the Central Plains pretty quiet, and that is what we are going to see as we go through the evening into the overnight hours. Temperatures sliding back through the 70s. By midnight, we'll be near 70, and then we drop into the 60s by the time we head into the morning. A little bit of a slow warming trend over the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up.
See you soon. A jury convicts a man on charges related to his escape from custody in Newton County, Missouri. Michael Ray Durison had been held on a warrant out of Louisiana. Authorities say during his stay at a hospital in Newton County in September of 2022, Durison disarmed the lone jail staffer, used the jailer's own taser to stun the jailer, and subsequently fled the scene. Durison was later found after a 10-day manhunt. Well, he's now found guilty of assault in the first degree, armed criminal action, and disarming a police officer. He's going to be sentenced on those charges on October 4th. A convicted rapist who authorities say used a jet ski during an escape from an Arkansas prison has been arrested in West Virginia. The U.S. Marshals Service says Samuel Hartman was taken into custody today along with his wife, his mother, and his mother's boyfriend at a Lewisburg hotel. Authorities say the women aided Hartman's escape in August of last year. Hartman was on a work detail when a pickup truck approached and they ran to the vehicle. Hartman and the women later jumped on jet skis and apparently crossed the Mississippi River. Hartman had been sentenced to life in prison in 2013 for a rape conviction out of Franklin County, Arkansas. The Newton County Sheriff's Office secures a brand new piece of equipment, a great big one. The Lenco Bearcat Tactical Vehicle is a new tool for the Special Response Team, or Tactical Team, of Newton County. It replaces the 35-year-old vehicle the office had been using. It'll be mainly for drug search warrants, hostage situations, and felony arrest warrants. Its armor is rated to stop a .50 caliber round.
This is obviously a much more mobile, easily used vehicle. It's on a Ford 600 chassis, can be worked on local. It's just been a good pick for us.
Sheriff's Office says they had 3 situations just in the last 6 weeks when that vehicle would have been used. The Alliance of Southwest Missouri has a brand new space to call home. The new headquarters is at 1901 South Pearl Avenue in Joplin, the heart of downtown. It covers more than 26,000 square feet. In addition to the building, the property includes a park with playground equipment and a large paved parking lot. 2 features currently lacking from the Alliance's space at 1601 South Wall Avenue.
What I love too is it's not just the Alliance's building. You know, already God's Resort is wanting to utilize the facility, and there'll be other nonprofits that'll have access to this building because we're all about working together to better serve kids and families of Southwest Missouri. And so that's on the docket, is to see who needs access for their programming.
This property includes the former South Joplin Christian Church, which was built back in 1916. A beloved Joplin pediatrician is saying goodbye after 45 years. Dr. Raymond Grote has helped thousands of area children over the years. Dr. Grote is also known for his balloon animal skills. Children who were scared of doctor appointments were put to ease by watching Dr. Grote fold and twist balloons into animals.
And the little ones who were scared, they sit on mama's lap. When I was a kid, nobody wanted to go see the doctor because you're going to get shots in the rear end before you left. But a lot of kids actually try to find a reason to come because they want a balloon animal.
Yeah, a dog and a cat was kind of the regular.
Yes.
He would draw the face on it to make it look like whatever.
Exactly.
And if it popped, then he'd start all over. But boy, he was full of hot air. He could blow those things up.
Dr. Grote says he's excited to spend retirement gardening and spending more time with his grandkids. Congratulations. The ladies and gentlemen got to start their engines today at the Prairie Mission Nursing Home in St. Paul, Kansas. Now, 2 weeks ago, residents and staff built and painted Pinewood Derby race cars. Today, they got to burn rubber, so to speak. The cars hit the road on a homemade track fashioned from a slip and slide. The competition was real, but so was the spirit of good fun.
I just want to make them smile. I want to make them feel like they're loved and that people care about them. We've asked some of the elementary school kids to come over today and watch, and I'm thinking that we have the community come in, the kids come in and show that we care about what they do.
Yeah, the community turned out with their own hot rods. Coming up, a Missouri lawmaker wants exemptions to the Show Me State's near total abortion ban. Plus, an E. coli outbreak at the University of Arkansas campus has left some students with serious complications. A Missouri Republican lawmaker wants exceptions to the state's near total abortion ban. Jamie Corley of St. Louis filed constitutional amendments today to allow abortions in cases of rape, incest, and fatal fetal abnormalities. Another option would allow abortions until fetal viability, though it's unclear when a fetus would be considered viable under that proposal. Currently, Missouri bans almost all abortions. The only exception is for medical emergencies. Some University of Arkansas students with E. coli have developed serious complications. Health officials say about 100 students have reported symptoms of E. coli infection. 5 have been hospitalized. Now, a food safety lawyer says 2 19-year-old sorority members have developed a serious complication that can lead to kidney failure. Investigators have not pinpointed the source of the E. coli, but health officials say the outbreak does not appear to be connected to the university's dining facilities. A little later, it's time to kick off the Coffeyville High School football season. John's going to have details for us coming up in sports.
Plus, we have some chilly nights ahead, but an overall warming trend. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be another great day for us today. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures fantastic. Once again, most of us upper 80s to near 90 degrees, but the allergies, they've been kind of high. They have been high on a scale of 1 to 12. Today is a 10 out of 12. Tomorrow's an 11 out of 12. The main allergy is ragweed. So if you are an allergy sufferer, you're going to be suffering over the next few days. Looks good. Here's Indigo Sky Casino and Resort just outside of Seneca, Missouri. A few little cumulus clouds, but in general, a fantastic Wednesday evening. Temperatures are great. It's 83 at Cassville, 87 in Anderson, Carthage 86, 89 Veneta. Chanute is sitting at 88, so a little bit warmer once you get into our western counties. But look at the entire Central Plains. We're not dealing with that extreme heat that we saw over the past couple weeks. Most of us 80s and 90s for highs, plus the humidity. Last week we had dew points into the 80s. This week mainly into the mid to upper 50s. So if we look at our dew point tracker, that kind of puts us in that pleasant to not bad range, the way it actually feels to your skin outside. And we're going to see that, at least the lower humidity over the next couple days. 87 currently, northerly winds 5 to 10. Visibility is great, as you can see outside. Through the evening, if you're getting out, sliding back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into lower 60s a little bit later on tonight. We do have a few little cumulus clouds kind of sneaking through, but overall, it looks great. Nothing really going on across the entire Central Plains. Let's head southeast. We had Hurricane Idalia that made landfall this morning. It was a Category 4, dropped to a Category 3 right as it made landfall, shot across parts of Georgia into South Carolina, and eventually is going to zoom right on out to sea. But you can actually see the circulation just to the south of Charleston. So very heavy amounts of rain, but at least that storm is starting to wind down. Back here at home, pretty quiet, lower 60s to start. We're going to warm into lower 80s by noon. Easterly wind will top out 89 Fort Scott, 88 in Neosho, 91 in Miami. Parsons up to about 90 degrees. As we go into tomorrow night, we drop into the upper 50s. Very comfortable. You can open up the windows the next couple nights. And then as we go into Friday afternoon, a little bit of a southerly wind, pretty much same temperatures all week long, high temperatures right around 90 degrees. Then we back down into lower 60s to start Saturday morning to kick off the holiday weekend. Thursday day planner 62 to start, 82 by noon, 87 by 4. High temp right around 88 degrees. Not a whole bunch going on the rest of the week. We are going to be tracking this weak little upper level low that tries to kind of sneak a little farther north as we get into Sunday and Monday, which could give us a few random showers. Besides that, boring weather, which means pretty much good weather. 88 tomorrow, 89 for us on Friday, 93 Saturday, 93 Sunday and Monday. So a little bit hotter for the unofficial end of summer. Hit and miss storms popping up Sunday through about next Thursday. It does heat up into the mid 90s for us next week.
Yeah, it's going to be hot for Labor Day weekend, but it's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Missouri Southern football visits Joplin Elementary School, and the St. Louis Cardinals game comes down to the final pitch for the second day in a row. John Dales has those stories and more. It's coming up next.
Missouri Southern football begins its 2023 season just over 24 hours from right now. The Lions have been prepping, learning up all week on their opponent, number 6 ranked Northwest Missouri State. Today, though, they get a respite from that. The Lions visit Royal Heights Elementary School to hand out free tickets to the game to students, say hi to them in the cafeteria, and spend some time outside with the kids during recess. Being part of a trip to elementary school like this is meaningful to the Missouri Southern student athletes because several of them had college football players come to their grade school back in the day.
Yeah, we had a bunch of them, but it just one stick out because I actually added him on Facebook. So he actually commented on my last post when I said this is my last ride because I'm a senior this year, and he said go get it. And I had to think like, where did I know this dude from? Until I went to his page and seen it was the SMU dude that came when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome just to get a chance to get out and give back to the community a little bit. And, you know, the kids get so excited. I remember when I was young and just seeing older kids, you know, it's like, you don't know, but how much that means to the young ones. So it's awesome to get a chance to come out here and just give back to them a little bit.
Elsewhere on Missouri Southern campus, an individual Lions student athlete is the recent recipient of some All-American honors. Trajan McCray from the MSSU golf team was just named to the Black College Golf Coaches Association All-American team. Now he's just one of 10 golfers in the country to receive this honor. This comes after McCray was named to the GCAA All-American team and named an MIAA Golfer of the Year this past spring and a GCAA All-America Scholar. Now we're into past week one of the high school football season in Missouri and Oklahoma. Kansas schools get started this Friday. One of those, Field Kindley Golden Tornado. They're finishing up practice right now, preparing for the season opening game on Friday on the road at Mulvane. The KOAM sports team stopped by, so tune in tonight at 10 to hear from the head coach and players on Coffeyville. In 2022, the Golden Tornado finished the season with a winning record for the first time in 5 years. In pro football, yesterday's 53-man roster deadline means today is filled with all the NFL teams picking up players for their practice squads. Now, a new rule this year has expanded the amount of players allowed on the team's practice squad up to 16. The Chiefs hang on to a couple of veteran defensive players, Deion Bush and Danny Shelton, from the preseason. They also keep quarterback Chris Oladokin, so he's the unofficial third QB on the team. 2 running backs, Merrick Price and LaMichael Purine, also both in that proverbial RB4 spot after the 3 on the active roster. And closing things out with Major League Baseball, the Cardinals, 6-5 winners in extra innings last night when Tommy Edman hit a walk-off single in the 10th over the Padres. This afternoon, Edman found himself up again with the Cardinals trailing by 1 in the 9th. You might know where this is headed. He sends one into the Cardinals bullpen and out for a walk-off 2-run homer. Second game in a row, Edman walks things off. His only hits in the series against San Diego were those 2 walk-offs.
Wow.
Yeah, the wins really haven't been there all season
No.
for the Cardinals. Wins like this don't mean a lot other than the fact that Edman's one of those young guys that you're kind of trying to build around right now.
And the fans going to their games with their families, they want to
Yes.
see the good guys win. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. How the cities of Fort Scott and Coffeyville, Kansas are dealing with water issues. Plus, we're going to have more on the retirement of a popular Joplin pediatrician known as the balloon animal doctor and an old solution to a more recent problem. Could sails be used to reduce the emissions of cargo ships? Those stories, a lot more. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Beautiful evening to get outside, Doug.
Yeah, it looks great. We're going to drop back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into lower 60s. Very similar tomorrow. Sunny skies, high temp, 88.
Final sports note.
A lot of college sports starting up in the next couple days. Football, also soccer, volleyball as well.
Loving it all. Thanks for joining us. See you at 10. Let's make it a great evening.